Russia is in the process of Stalinizing the country. So this involves rehabilitating the figure of Stalin himself, but it also involves getting rid of monuments, getting rid of documents, getting rid of any sort of celebration of those people who were persecuted, who died under the Stalinist regime. Now, people who have been unearthing the bodies of the victims of Stalin, suddenly they find themselves in prison. People who have spoken out in prison or having to leave the country. And once the war with Ukraine started, a number of monuments have literally disappeared. There's perhaps the most interesting monument is to be found in Bialystock. Bialystock is the site of a great sort of Polish community that was exiled in Russia, but it's also the name that turns up in the musical The Producers, if you remember, Bialystock and Bloom, and it's named after a real village when in either Poland or Russia, but at the moment it's in Russia. And Polish monuments were there to in the Tomsk region in Bialystock, with a Catholic cross which was broken and the entire monument sort of desecrated. Another monument in Yakutsk, which was commemorating four academics who died in Tsarist times, who were sent into exile from Poland, who studied in the region, as well as Poles who were repressed during the Stalinist regime during the USSR. It was surrounded by a fence, then covered in a tarpaulin, and then the names of these victims suddenly disappeared without any explanation. Indeed, probably with the local approval of the local Russian activists. Maybe they did it. There was another one. Apparently, there's been 15 monuments recorded by September that have all secretly been demolished. Cemeteries uprooted. A memorial in a cemetery to just destroyed because it was involving a so-called foreign agent who was liquidated by the Russian authorities under Stalin. It's and involving Lithuania and so on. This is just it's one monument after another slowly disappearing. Because why? Because there's a gradual rehabilitation of Stalin, but not only a rehabilitation of Stalin the character, but a rehabilitation of Stalin the methods under Mr. Putin's regime. So if we are in any doubt about it, look around for the artwork. Look around for the people who were working in Russia a few years ago and who suddenly are not.